At 6:14 today, you have an opportunity to make an impact on how Austinites walk around the city. As city leaders try to get cars off the road, a new group needs members to help these leaders decide on how to make Austin more walkable. Now, this part of town you see on the map is a great example of what Walk Austin is trying to change in the city. East 6th Street is extremely popular now at night with all the bars and restaurants, but the sidewalk is only 5 feet wide and there are tons of cracks and steps in different locations. So tonight, a new council is forming to help alert city staff to problems and solutions, looking for members to make some changes, not just within the city, but the corridors that get you there.
We're growing like wildfire, and we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves without thinking about how we want our city to be for everyone.
And if there's one thing everyone does once they get downtown is walk. City leaders prepared for that by creating what's called Great Streets. 2nd Street is a perfect example. Wide sidewalks with plenty of room for lots of people.
But there's a lot more of Austin left that we need to think about.
Lauren Bennett is president of Walk Austin. She's forming a council that will advise city leaders on where changes need to take place. She looks at North Lamar, where the apartment construction is booming, as an example of an area that is not walkable.
You may have to walk a mile to cross safely at a crosswalk and then walk a mile back to get to your destination. And how many people are really going to do that?
Or the Rainy Street area that has lots of people but limited sidewalks.
And that's a classic Austin thing. You'll have a sidewalk on one side and maybe not one on the other, which is a problem we'd like to tackle.
The idea is by creating a more walkable city, it might be another avenue to getting cars off the street and change the mindset of always having to take your car.
It's easier to drive a mile than it is to, say, walk a mile. So we haven't provided shade or wide enough sidewalks or safe enough crossings or even enough crossings for people who are on foot to get around.
Now, if you would like to be a part of the council that will help advise city leaders, there is the first meeting tonight at Austin City Hall from 5:30 to 7:30 to pick those leaders. The public is invited to attend, and also you can just give your ideas on areas that you would like to see some changes. The whole idea is to model this council after the Bicycle Advisory Council that has already made a really big impact. It changes on how many numbers we see with the bike paths and lanes in the city. We have more information on our website at kxan.com.